What I have for you guys today is the Hovsco HovCart 20. It's a fat cargo bike that's kind of right-sized. It's a very competitive field, but I'm gonna give you 10 pluses and maybe 10 minuses on this bike and a coupon code to see if this might be the right one for you.
Better than this. Yeah, there's nothing better than this.
What's up, everybody? MC here from E-MTB Review, and it's back to school week, so this thing is on sale. Normally $2,200, but right now $1,800, and there's going to be a $100 coupon code for the lifestyle of driving less and biking more. And it's good for you, it's good for your kids. You know, they're less of a passenger on the car, but more of a passenger here. And let me tell you, they're gonna be smiling a lot more here than in the car. And this thing, the new cargo bike, is so cool because of the electric bike motor makes it so useful. And you know, while I was playing with it, I found so many, you know, kind of useful things about it. It's not just for the mom taking the two kids to school. It's really for the adventurer like myself, you know, going to the beach, going to the RC track, you know, having a picnic, because now you could drive less, you know, use this thing for more stuff. And then as I looked into their page, you know, there's like students, college students, you know, wouldn't be cool to have this instead of like a scooter or just a little leisure bike, so you could actually go from your apartment, carry all your goods, your sports equipment right there. If you're a senior citizen, you know, how about you bike more, you know, to the pickleball court and whatnot. And that's actually what we did with this guy right here. So what is it? It's a cargo bike, 20-inch tires, small tires with fat tires, so very good, keeps everything low. And that fat tire gives it cushioning and also a lot of terrain ability. You can go on the sand, on, you know, really unpaved terrain. So more adventure on this thing. It got a nice center of gravity. It's got a 1300 watt motor, pretty strong. They 750 sustained because that's the law, but 1300 watt peak. That means it's got torque on those little wheels. It can get you up those hills. And then it has a torque sensor. Torque sensor is key, meaning it knows when to turn the motor on. A lot of them have cadence sensors, so as soon as you spin the cranks, it just keeps going hard on the mode you're in. But a torque sensor, you know, will read how much effort you're putting in and give you just that much. So it's able to respond quicker and with more accuracy. So it's a more natural feeling ride. So it's kind of a high-rise bar right here, more comfort, grandma style, with hydraulic brakes that are very good. Lights all around, and it's like normally 1,800 bucks. This is a $2,200 package with the seat, the cage, and the steps, but on sale right now for 18. And Hovsco, who's Hovsco? I never knew them, even though I'm in the industry. But I looked at them. They have a U.S. distributor, U.S. support, and in California, they answered the phone. Actually, I tried it this morning, and they have 100+ dealers. So you know, they're growing. They have a whole line of e-bikes and a whole line of scooters. I think they're into this electric mobility thing. So if this is not for you, there might be something else there, and the coupon code will work as well. So that's the basics. And why don't I go through all the pros and all the cons? And I looked at the YouTube, there's no cons on this bike, and on the reviews as well. And that's kind of what E-MTB Review brings to the table. What's not for you? How can this thing be improved? So hang on to the end for that, and I'll give you the conclusion as well. But what's good about it? The good thing is it's got great power and good handling. You know, it has to be a bicycle first. You know, if it's just a sit-down scooter like this, it's not quite a bike. It's not quite the experience. This thing with the motor off, it's okay. But when you put that motor on, you really have a natural feeling power that can get up the hills. And turning is good. The geometry is okay, you know, and comfortable with the small wheels with fat tires. The next thing I mentioned, I had it down on the list, but I'm going to raise it up, is it looks good. You know, cargo bikes themselves, they look kind of hokey already. This one looks integrated. You know, it looks seamless, where the frame blends in with the rack right here. So very good, and nice, beautiful orange color, one of the best looking colors I've seen on my commuter bikes, and it's right sized. Some of these bikes, they're like this long, and so you can carry the dog and 2 kids and whatnot. But they get too big, and when they're too big, it's hard to get in and out of the garage, your side entrance. So it's just the right size. It's between the Globe Haul short tail and long tail. I think it's kind of like a Ford Explorer instead of like a Suburban. Next thing I'll say about it is it's got good accessories. The computer has a nice readout. The lights are good beam pattern where it cuts off horizontally, so you're not blinding drivers. And it's got a nice taillight at the right location right there. The brakes are very good. Radius, they call it. And I think they are, yeah. So radius, so it's a little different from what you see normally Tektro. And it's got some nice feel to the levers, good power as well, a good throttle. And then to close out the summary, it's just a nice sturdy product. You feel quality in a cargo bike. That's important, because if it kind of feels wobbly while it's just you, then how are you gonna put 400 pounds on this thing? So it's nice and sturdy. It's got a good payload of 450 pounds, got good power, good handling. So it's ready for your adventure, and it comes with a few accessories. Right here, this is the kid hauling package. You also have a big basket package. And really it's up to you to put just whatever you want on it, and you can put something in front as well. What's not perfect on this bike? No product is, and I did really test it, so I have some observations for you guys. So the first one I noticed is the foot footboards right here, the running boards are too high. They should be lower. That will put the flexibility of this thing. Right now, maybe a small kid can have perfect leg position on it, but this thing really has capacity for much heavier people. My kid, who's already 21, as you'll see, my spouse, when we go to the pickleball court together, I'll give you a ride. But yeah, put that thing lower and it'll give you the flexibility. It'll get their legs lower too, with a lower center of gravity. Another thing is this cage right here is a little bit small. It's a little bit small, especially they dual barred this thing. It restricted the space of it just a little bit. Nice handle for a little kid, ideal for 2 little kids. But if you have one kind of medium, big size kid, or a friend not quite there, but definitely you can take this out, and then they can hang on here to the seat. Pretty comfortable saddle right there. Okay, the next weakness I would say is the stand is not quite there. For these cargo bikes, you want a really sturdy stand, that is robust and with legs that extend out. So when your kids, are hopping on themselves, this thing will not tip over. Right now, it's a little bit tippy. Or if your kids are mounted and you turn away, put your helmet on, they might be rowdy and just flip over, and that's kind of dangerous. So a sturdier stand would be good. Also, it's too easy to get off the stand. Like right here, if you push it, it's gonna come off. So there you go, everybody. The coupon code is $100 off. Francis with a capital F. I don't know where they got that, and it'll probably work for all the bikes that they have in their arsenal. So if this is for you, it's on sale right now. If not, look at the other stuff. They got some good offerings, and it looks, I was impressed with the packaging and the build, and then they got some US support as well, a lot of happy customers. So it's worth taking a look at. All right, thanks a ton, everybody.